Hello, beautiful people. Oh, we are in for a treat, a beautiful treat. So let me call my production team, me, and begin our interview. My favorite guy checked in. All right. If you can name the song, you win a trip for two to Hawaii. Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll tell you. The mystery of love. The theme of one of my favorite movies. And the reason why I wanted that for the intro is that this interview that we're going to have with the lovely Elena Brower is all about love. Conversations about parenthood, self-care, grieving. It's all about love. And that is my favorite movie. So I'm going to do a little intro before Elena comes in. But this wonderful woman, Elena Brower, has been a teacher of mine for a million years, for many years. And she is a creator of many things. If you don't have this book, this is the one that we're going to read with her. My favorite book, a book of poems. She also has beautiful oracle cards painted by her. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And I love oh, beautiful, you ordered the book. You're going to love this. A journal, being you. And voila, again painted. I mean, not painted, but yeah, drawn by her. I mean, she's stunning. Really, really, and you write in it. It's a journal, right? We all know what a journal is, right? Practice You is another journal of hers. Breathtaking. And then The Art of Attention. Oh, yay, you got your journal. Yay, beautiful. Type in the chat where you're coming in from, what part of the world. I know we have some people from around the world here. So let me know where you're checking in from. And I'm going to begin a little intro before we have Elena arrive. So, I was one of the lucky ones to stumble into a yoga studio above a pizzeria on 17th Street in Manhattan many moons ago. I'd say about 20 moons, give or take. Little did I know that that yoga class and that teacher would change my life profoundly and still be my teacher and friend today. I'm talking about Elena Brower. Elena Brower is many things to many people, and this description that I'm about to tell you is only going to scratch the surface. No, I want you to tell everyone where you're from. I know where you're from. Elena is a mother, a daughter, a partner, a mentor, an artist, a writer, a New York Times bestseller, hello, a poet, a podcast host. If you're not following her, it's called Practice You, like her book. Practice You, a yoga and meditation teacher since 1999, and so much more. She's also always in service as a volunteer for a charity called Girls on Fire Leaders. How cool is that? Girls leading change in their lives and communities, where together with Elena's practice of Practice You, yes, you are in the Netherlands for all the people. Her practice of Practice You and the Girls on Fire leaders are elevating humanity to spark share, and sustain well-being in the service of the most vulnerable girls in the planet. Can I get an amen? Like, we need to take care of the vulnerable girls of the planet. We need to all do that. So Elena is a huge part of that charity. In addition, on the inside, Free Food Kitchen, she's always engaged with service, which is like kind of the mantra of what anyone that I really admire, no matter how much work they do, there's always a thread to service. For over 2 decades, Elena, her family, and community have benefited from the gift of the essential oil doTERRA, which many people here know about, and in 2016 she became a partner. She continues to grow and learn about herself every day and has been immersed in her Zen Buddhist practice and will start Buddhist chaplaincy, I know I didn't pronounce that right, training in 2024. While curating these questions was really hard for me, and if anyone's checking in now and you're like, who are you? I'm Di, and I do a series called Chatting with Di, where I interview people who teach me, inspire me, and make me laugh. And Elena does all three. So while curating these questions was really hard for me to do, I decided that I wanted to hear Elena read from her latest book of poems that I love, called Softening Time. I'm a wee bit obsessed in a good way with this stunning book. Reading this book for me is like walking through my favorite photography gallery. I'm in New York. Oh, Jan 21, where each time I return to see the images. No, let me repeat that. Reading this book of poems, New York, interrupted me. It's like walking through my favorite photography gallery, where each time I return to see the images, I fall in love all over again. I learn something new each time. I see a different version or story, and my heart does another cartwheel. This book is incredibly personal for Elena, and each page shares loves, losses, and lessons. It's truly a gift, and I'm honored to share it here with all of you. So as we wait for Elena to come in, I am Motivator. Let me know where you're coming in from. I know you requested to be on the video, but I'm really sorry. I'm about to interview Elena, and I don't think she changed her name to I Am Motivator. So I Am Motivator, let me know where you are checking in from. And everyone else, just put in the chat where you are all checking in from, and let me just see if Elena came in yet. Nope. But she'll be here. I know she'll be here. 1 second. All right. Florida in the house. Anyway, so this beautiful book, and she will be here shortly, is a book of poems that, like I said, it's like being in a gallery. And each time I open up a page and I reread the book, I learn something new. So, and the other thing that I learned from this book, if you know me, you know I talk a lot. And this book has taught me about the power of words and minimal words. Jan, you need to get the book. It's breathtaking. And in addition to the hard copy, she now is on Audible. So you get to hear her read it to you, which is even better because she's got one of the most beautiful voices in the world. And it's very soothing. And knowing her, it means so much more to actually hear her. So I am not going to, just going to see if she's coming in. The name of the book is called Softening Time by Elena Brower. But she is an author of many books. She's got these incredible journals. Linda, you would love them. They're gorgeous, and they're very much about like reflection and being you, being the best that you can. You're right. She's beautiful, and she has oracle cards, which I love. Because you know I love oracle card deck. And voila, there's the queen. There's the queen. So let me bring her in. Et voila. Et voila. Elena Brower. Oh.
What? That's
Not already. Why do I get so happy when it works?
It's the best when it works. Are you kidding? It's like the greatest thing ever.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. It's like, and voila, and there you are. Oh,
Thank you so much.
I am so honored.
So
I am
nice.
so honored. And now I get to hear you read it.
Yes. Let me grab my.
It's like going to bed and I get to hear you read to me.
Oh, you got the audiobook. Good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good.
Whenever I love a book, I read it and dog ear it and then the Audible. So are you kidding me when you, like I Am is on replay. I just think it's the most beautiful poem I've ever heard. And I actually wrote an I Am after our class.
That's my favorite. We're going to do more writing work together, I think, as a community. And that it feels important to me. And suddenly it wasn't the intent, but as I go through the book, I'm like, wait a second, this is a really good whole hour of a class.
Yeah. It really, we'll talk about that at the end because I think that what you offered was really, really beautiful. So I want to get that in before we end. So,
great.
I have 3 little questions with a couple backup, depending on your time. So I said in the introduction that I really wanted it to be about the book because I love it so much. And so I would love to have you begin with reading on page 6, Evolution. I mean, just ask the flowers. They are always teaching, always gets to me. I would love to have you say whatever it means to you, to the audience. And in regards to parenthood, I heard in an interview where you mentioned the value of giving your child 2 choices.
Yes.
So,
2 choices only. Yes, I'll still do it and secretly in some funny way. And I do it myself too. Like, why do we need more than that? Just give myself 2 choices.
I think it's great. There are too many choices anyway. Yeah.
This one is called Evolution. It is about my child. That child is now about to be 17. He might walk in here. He's on his way to work soon. And here's how it goes. And it's like, this all happened in one day, honestly. First, I'm food and water, stroller pusher, snack maker, book reader, sleep sender. Each day I peel back one layer of protection. Slowly I press you apart and away from me. I know it's time. I don't want to. I leave the province of usefulness, ensuring you touch into your capacities, sharing strength silently. Together, we locate urgent compassion and ask more questions. What's true now? Have we grown up yet? Just ask the flowers. They're always teaching beliefs and constructs, blossoming and releasing. Yeah, I keep dead flowers around here now, just for a couple of extra days, and I watch them as they go back into themselves. And they sort of turn in, they get more beautiful. I never realized the beauty of a dying flower until I encountered Joyce Tennyson's work. She's amazing. And now I watch them, and I respect them. And instead of throwing them out into the bin, I lay them across my little worm bin so the worms can have at them. Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I have these peonies that are dying, but I don't want to let go of them.
Just keep them for a little while longer. Watch them. Watch how they turn into themselves, and they begin to just take this journey back into the ground. It's so beautiful. It's exactly what's happening right here and here.
Oh, wait.
Everywhere.
And if we pay attention to that, it's incredible. Mm. Okay, this one, I mean, I can't, but I can't. I'm like, oh. It is, can you read to like page 42? Dear 31 self, again, say whatever you want to about this poem. For me, it felt like such a beautiful gift of self-care and self-reflection. And I recently launched a business called Healing Fully, Living Freely.
Right.
I would love to know what that means to you after you read the poem.
Wonderful. I found this poem, actually, it was an Instagram caption that I wrote a really long time ago. And I found this picture of myself at 31. I was sitting in a hammock. My boyfriend at the time, Ross, who's still a good friend of mine, Ross Partridge, and he took this really wonderful picture. And I looked at the picture, and instantly out this came in 3 minutes. Dear 31-year-old self, shower yourself with empathy every time it hurts. No need to give your power away or prove your intelligence. Love your mother more. Record your grandmother's voice. Respect your body, your lungs, your light. You are surrounded by benevolent forces, and you never need to be right. Treat yourself with deepening, widening kindness. And, I wish I had known that then. Respect your body, your lungs, your light. Like, wow. God, I'm lucky I made it through. I'm lucky I lived to be 32 with how I was treating my body at 31. So, and some of the choices that I made were just extremely reckless. But just to answer Leah's question, the book is called Softening Time. It's a book of poems. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot there. No need to give your power away. Love your mother more. It must have been really hard to read that again. Record your grandmother's voice.
That's the
I feel like telling every millennial to do that.
I screwed
Yeah.
it up. I didn't record her voice. I can hear her voice in my head, but I did not record it, and I'm bummed out about that. I have my mother's voice. I have like a 3-minute medley of voice notes that I saved, that I had a sound guy put them together for me. And so I listened to them on my birthday, because in one of them she sings me happy birthday, and I happened to save it. But like, I don't have anything of my grandmother's voice. I'm so bummed out. I can just hear it. Lena, do you have enough money? Are you okay? Like, how come you're not calling more?
Oh my God.
Isabel.
You just gave me chills, because I recorded on my old voicemail my dad wishing me happy birthday. And
It's such a treasure.
Yeah. To actually hear it, to hear it again.
Totally.
So before we read the next one, Healing Fully, Living Freely. It's a big one, but what does that mean to you today?
Just being honest with myself about mistakes that I've made and letting them go again. Like, I'm just a human being, just a human doing my best. Heal it fully, let it go. Living fully is to move on.
And we get to do it wrong. We get to make mistakes. We get to learn.
Yeah.
Your mama. So grief is layered through your book. And I'm going to ask you to read page 36. Such a beautiful, beautiful poem, and I know I will not be able to hold back the tears. Again, say whatever you want about this poem.
Sure.
I'm actually writing a book called Goodbye Hello, and how we create new relationships with those we've lost. And it could take a million years, but I'm writing. So what have
Why don't
you
you give
learned?
yourself a deadline? And thank you, Lucinda. Why don't you give yourself a deadline?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
If you don't, if nobody else is giving you a deadline, give yourself a
And
deadline.
I can do it myself. I like that idea. So,
Totally.
after you read, what have you learned on your journey with grief that you want to share with us after you read the poem?
So this one's actually about my grandmother, my mother's mother, whom I was just imitating.
Your grandmother.
This is Belle, and this is now that you hear it, you'll hear it differently. What ties us together all those years remains a mystery. I'm not the eldest or the prettiest, but here we are, unconditionally knowing. I rub your feet with the knowledge that I'm learning how to care for the first time. You're falling asleep on your couch, smiling. What you've always needed is right here. The follies of the upstairs neighbors. The price is right. My first taste of deep listening, of collaboration, closeness. 15 years later, I'm hiding on Gouverneur Beach while you're dying, but I'm too nervous to go and see. For the first time in my life, I'm convinced I cannot. Frozen to this island, frozen smile at dinner, frozen heart in my chest, grief relentlessly knocking. I hear you say my name in my sleep the night you die. I've never told anyone that. Sometimes I play it out in my mind, going further than what was to what is truer. Images well up like little confessions. I hold your feet like I did for your daughter on her last day. I whisper in your ear the endless love like I did for your daughter on her last day. I wrap you in the stunning and believable light of your own soul like I did for your daughter on her last day.
Yeah, yeah.
And in a couple of places in the book, I'll teach about this someday. I rewrote history because that's what I wish would have happened. I wish I would have gotten the fuck out of that beach and gone down to my grandmother and been with her when she died. She was asking for me. How did I not have the courage to leave? So I think about it all the time, and I think, okay, sliding door. I left the beach. I got on the plane. I got there right on time. I held her hand. I held her feet. I said all the things that I said to her daughter, to my mother, on my mother's last day. I did it all the way that I should have done it, in my head. And, you know, you think it sounds foolish. It sounds whimsical. It sounds naive. But I know that in some other dimension, in some other reality, she and I have had that experience.
Oh, absolutely.
And I have no question
Absolutely.
about it.
Absolutely. I believe that.
I hear her saying, thank you. Like, it's unbelievable. So nothing is impossible. And if you're listening to this and you think, what an idiot, you can't rewrite history. That's how it happened. I say, I think lots of different things can be happening all at the same time. And I think if you wanted something to be a certain way, you could actually write it and have the experience of it just the way you wanted it to be.
And then it happened, and then it's true.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel. And you know, call me naive.
No,
Call me whatever.
no, no,
I know she's
no.
there. I know she is. I know she feels it. I know it. I hear her thanking me. So.
And she's also probably, you mentioned the word permission in the class the other day, and I love that word. And I feel like she might even be giving you permission to say, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all okay.
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
That word permission is so powerful. You know, because we're so hard on ourselves.
Were you in the class with Danny Shapiro? It was a good one yesterday. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I studied
Yeah.
that. really prepared for that. It's nice to be prepared.
It's a beautiful class, and I got the two oracle cards that you mentioned
Nice.
from your teacher, and then from Alex. Yeah, I got her book too.
They're
Yeah,
great. These
yeah.
two here.
I have them here somewhere. Yeah, I mean they're breathtaking. They're so
Mhm.
beautiful.
Both of them are so good. Um,
Oh, okay.
any other questions that you have? Anything else that you would like to know, Ty? I'm right here to answer.
Yeah, I think. Well, I would say, what is the greatest lesson that you've learned? You know, grief is so layered, but on your journey that you want to share.
The greatest lesson I've learned about grief. It's not a problem. Not a
Uh-huh.
problem. It's a teacher. It's a
It's
beautiful.
a
It's a healer.
teacher.
Grief is not a problem. We were raised in this like beautiful, smiling, white teeth society, and grief was problematic. It's not a problem. I think that's the biggest lesson. And the more I write about it, and the more I sit with it, the more I realize that actually, grief makes us deeper, richer, more whole people, and we have much more to give when we've gone through grief. Here's my latest reading, The Heart of Hospice.
Oh, I mean, right up my alley.
I just
Wow.
want to know everything about
I
hospice. I want to be the
well, then, here, because of you, if we're going to pull out our grief, this one,
yeah,
your girl,
Sandra is very good. Yeah, that's
love her. And then this one, the Book of
yeah.
Surrender, a series of surrender by a woman who's just such a great teacher. I think that's beautiful, Elena. I think our country, our culture has really gotten it wrong,
Mhm.
and that it is the greatest gift and teacher that we could really bathe into and learn from. So before I let you go, do you want to tell us about the book? I don't know if you're still inviting people for that.
Yeah, of course.
Buy a book. Okay, so tell us about that, and then anything about where we can find you, what you have going on, what we need to know.
I think that if you're here and you've made it this far, go to elenabrower.com/softening time. You will find, and you don't have to purchase two books. That was really for the launch. Purchase one book, purchase no books. It's totally on your honor. Anyone who fills in the little form on that page gets free access to an entire course. We've had 3 of the sessions so far. We've got 2 more to come. These are writing sessions, short, like 30 to 40 minutes, with my favorite writers who have shared with us their practices, their positions on certain topics that I've designed. So elenabrower.com/softening time. You will see already recordings. This is totally free with Tracy Stanley, Octavia Rahim, Danny Shapiro, multiple best-selling author. Coming up this week, we have Chris Ferreras, who is It's Caras on Instagram, ITSCARUS, amazing poet, and Laura McCowan, with whom I got sober in 2014. We were tandem sober sisters, yes. And that continues to this day. We've remained very, very close. And both of those humans are going to come and talk to us too about their writing practices and their experience as writers. Why is this important? I called it the Circle of Wonder because A, it's free, it's accessible to anyone. B, we have to uphold our connection to wonder. If we lose that, we are gone. As things change,
Amen.
we're gone. But as things change, as our elders die, as we become the elders, as these times evolve, we only have a couple of things. We have our thoughts and our interior space, and we have the actions that we offer. That's all we leave with, the actions we did and the thoughts we're holding. If we can make sure that these thoughts and actions are aligned with wonder, we have something. I'm not saying joy. Note that. You don't have to be happy. What I ask is that your wonder is prioritized. You're curious, you're interested. When things suck, I'm really interested in where the lessons are. Wow, this fucking sucks. Where is the lesson here? Where is the wonder now? That's what I'm asking. And so this is going to go on. This circle of wonder is going to evolve into something else. I don't know what exactly, but I'm so inspired by the conversations. And again, they're like 30 minutes. And you get a really good look and feel for these authors who have influenced me greatly. And that's the best place, ElenaBrower.com. And you'll see Softening Time there. And just thank you. You've been in my sphere for 2 decades, it seems. You're such a good friend. You're such a wonderful student. Your studentship is showing. It is so inspiring to me. And I bless all of the work that you bring forth in your upcoming work. I bless all of your family, everything that you do. I'm so grateful for your presence in my life and in my classes and in my work all of these years. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm like, I'm verklempt.
Meanwhile, are you going to be in New York on July 6th?
Hell yeah. I can't look at my calendar clicking in the phone. Yeah. Are we going to have coffee?
We're not going to have coffee, but you are coming to a yoga class at the studio before I go to see all my doctors. Yes.
Oh my
July
God.
6th,
Yeah,
10 a.m. Quickly reach out to them right now, thestudio.yoga.
okay, I'm there. I remember I took a class with you there before.
If there's any issue at all, just let me know and I'll see if I can maybe I have a guest space.
When I end, I'm gonna go there. Yay! I get to hug you in real life. Oh, thank you for all of the following. Stay on while I do a close. I love you. Je t'aime.
Je t'adore, mon amour. Je
Je
t'embrasse.
t'adore.
Ciao. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bella.
Bye, honey. Bye.
Wow. Oof. Wow. Love tears. No hair and makeup. Thank you for all you beautiful people that listened. If you don't know who I am, I'm Di. I do a Chatting with Di where I interview people who teach me, inspire me, and make me laugh. Elena does all of that. I met her. You're crying. I'm crying. I verklempt. I met her in, I don't know, over 20 years ago when I did a yoga class with her. And she's forever my teacher and such a beautiful soul. I appreciate all of you, beautiful people, my 9 million followers for coming in. Get this book, Run, Don't Walk. It is such a beautiful, beautiful book. I'm just going to read my favorite poem one more time. And get the Audible. Oh, I love you. Get the Audible. Dear 31-year-old self, I mean, this should be taped on your bathroom window so every morning you read this. Shower yourself with empathy every time it hurts. No need to give your power away or prove your intelligence. Love your mother more. Record your grandmother's voice. Respect your body, your lungs, your light. You are surrounded by benevolent forces, and you never need to be right. Hello? Treat yourself with deepening, winding kindness. There's so much beauty in that one poem alone, and there's so much beauty in all of them. But just begin that. Shower yourself with empathy every time it hurts. You never need to be right. And I think what I love, like Elena said, if you buy the book and you go on her website, you get invited, I'm telling you people, you get invited to 5 classes of her teaching and writing class with 5 brilliant authors. Danny Shapiro was the other day. And I'm not an author. I write all the time, but Elena will probably say you are an author. I do have a book, and I am writing another book, and I'm learning how to write. But I think what Elena said is the circle of wonder is really about curiosity. It's about wonder and curiosity, and maybe it might be shitty. Like maybe it might make you dive into, sorry, I'm hot, wardrobe change. It might make you dive into an area that you don't want to look into, an old relationship. I am an author. An old relationship that didn't work out. A troubled road with a parent. A job that you shouldn't be in, and you really actually have a dream of what you can be. Curiosity and wonder, which maybe Elena would agree, both of those things, I believe, hold space together. And I know for me, anytime that I'm in any kind of dark vibe or, good night, Netherlands Queen, in depression, funky time, whatever you want to call it. My dad would call it, do you have a wing down? Whenever I would have a wing down, there would be no curiosity or wonder. There would be silence. There would be no curiosity. And then as I come out of the dark and I start getting my mojo and I'm like rocking die again, then all I'm doing is bathing in that curiosity. And as a diabetic who 5 years ago was blindsided, I want to learn everything I can about my body and everything I can about the condition. I want to go into research. I want to learn, and then I want to share. And I think as long as we are curious, I'm going to Elena's writing classes. I'm an author and I'm a writer, but I can be much better. But I'm showing up to her classes because I learn. I'm like a sponge and I learn. And Elena is one of the most beautiful, gracious teachers that I've ever known. From her yoga to her meditation to her writing classes. She's so generous. She never makes you feel less than. She always invites you. And that magic word, permission, she gives you the key of permission to just be where you are. So I always begin with a song. If you were here, I began with Mystery of Love, because I believe that everything that Elena wrote in this book is about love, from grief to parenting to self-care. I believe every lesson, even the dark ones, are trying to find our way back to love or bathing in the bubble bath of love. So I am going to end I started with Mystery of Love, if you were here in the beginning, and I'm going to end with Dua Lipa, Be the One. That's all we can do. Just be the one. Give yourself permission to dive into who you're meant to be. And dance every day. Move your body. And find the love. Dua Lipa. Be the one. Be the beautiful one that you are. Even in the dark, yucky, caca, shitty area, dive into that. Dive into the dark, and right after the dark is the light. Right? Oh, Michelle. Oh, Sarah. You came from the dance party. Oh, Megan. You're going to make me cry. Oh. Be the one, people. That's all you can be. Be the one. Michelle, be you. Megan, be you. Sarah, be you. Just be the one. And when you dive into the nitty-gritty to be the best that you can, you'll be dancing. No matter how long it takes. Just Yeah, honey, I'm gonna post it. Oh, very emotional. It's a beautiful, beautiful interview. Buy the book. Buy the book. It's audible too, and then she'll read. She'll read to you. Elena Brower will read to you while you're in bed. Thank you, Alcock Madison. Let me know where you're all checking in from. All right. Tell me where you're checking in from, and I'll just do the other one, the other intro. You're right. Be yourself. Authentic. Mystery of love. So let me know where you're checking in from. Follow me if you want to. I do interviews where I interview people who teach me, inspire me, and make me laugh. Elena Brower is such a gift to so many. I've known her for many moons. A beautiful teacher, a beautiful friend. Mystery of love. Austria in the house. Oh, thank you, Sophie, for being here. St. Vincent Island in the house. We got the island fever. We had Netherlands here. We have Australia. We have Austria. We have Chicago. Yeah. So, I gotta leave. Be the one. Be who you're meant to be. Because you're all beautiful. If you're willing to do a little bit of work and dig deep and get rid of the yucky stuff and bring in the good stuff and live in a life of wonder. Live in a circle of wonder and curiosity. And buy Elena's book. I have a very full heart right now. Nice to meet you too. All right, beautiful people. Time to go. Have a beautiful day. Buy the book. Trust me. And the Audible. You're going to love every page. Such a gift. Bye, beautiful people. There, my flowers. Then I'm not going to throw out.